Hey GC, welcome to GCTV. I'm Ashton Saxon here at Tamia Fair, and you're watching the Tashton Sayre Show.
The Social Studies spring break trip to Washington, D.C. has been canceled. Refunds will start this week from Entourage Tours of Bowling Green.
The GCHS forensics team will be selling candy cane grams during lunch this week. They will be delivered next week during SSR in the first 10 minutes of fifth period. Prices range from $1 to $4.
Winter ball tickets are on sale this week in the Commons during lunches. Permission forms must be turned in before buying tickets.
Ticket prices are $5 for a single or $7 for a couple. All tickets must be pre-purchased and none will be sold at the door.
Relay for Life will be hosting a Bowling for a Cure tournament Thursday, January 1st at 1 p.m. at Spare Time Lanes in Mayfield.
A prize payout will be featured in the tournament with a $1,000 for the winner. There will be a 3-game qualifier for participants with the top 1 in 6 moving on to a seeded single elimination bracket. A prize of $150 will also go to the bowler with the first 300 game of the tournament.
Tournament organizers Glenn Wyatt and Caleb Speed have set a limit to 90 entries. Early registration fee is $75 per participant. During the break, we'll have why you should learn about coding.
And Gracie has your sports.
Hey GC, last night our Lady Eagles picked up their first win of the season against Massac County at the Massac County Shootout. Bailey Hawkins led the way with 18 points, Alyssa Bernard had 12 points and 8 boards. The Lady Eagles beat Massac 51-38. Great job, ladies. We will play again in the shootout Thursday night versus Carbondale's Lady Terriers at 6:15. Last night our boys hosted the Chargers of Martin Westview, Tennessee. Eamon Hannon had 20 points and 6 boards, Andrew Smith had 18 points, and Chris Vogt had 7 blocks. After a hard-fought battle, our boys fell short to Martin Westview 71-61. They will be back in action Friday night in a doubleheader versus Callaway. That's all we had in last night's sports action. For GCTV, I'm Gracie Martin.
I was 13 when I first got access to a computer.
My parents bought me a Macintosh in 1984 when I was 8 years old.
I was in 6th grade.
I learned to code in college.
Freshman year, first semester, intro to computer science.
I wrote a program to play tic-tac-toe.
I think it was pretty humble beginnings. I think the first program I wrote asked things like, what's your favorite color? Or how old are you?
I first learned how to make a green circle and a red square appear on the screen.
The first time I actually had something come up and say, hello world, and I made a computer do that. It was just astonishing.
Learning how to program didn't start off as wanting to learn all of computer science or trying to master this discipline or anything like that. It just started off because I wanted to do this one simple thing. I wanted to make something that was fun for myself and my sisters. And I wrote this little program and then basically just add a little bit to it. And then when I needed to learn something new, I looked it up either in a book or on the internet and then added a little bit to it.
It's really not unlike kind of playing an instrument or something, or playing a sport. It starts out being very intimidating, but you kind of get the hang of it over time.
Coding is something that can be learned, and I know it can be intimidating. A lot of things are intimidating, but you know, what isn't?
A lot of the coding that people do is actually fairly simple. It's more about the process of breaking down problems than sort of coming up with complicated algorithms as people traditionally think about it.
You don't have to be a genius to know how to code. You need to be determined.
Addition, subtraction, that's about it.
You should probably know your multiplication tables.
You don't have to be a genius to code. Do you have to be a genius to read?
Even if you want to become a race car driver or play baseball or build a house, and all of these things have been turned upside down by software.
What it is, computers are everywhere. You want to work in agriculture? Do you want to work in entertainment? Do you want to work in manufacturing? It's just all over.
2013. We all depend on technology to communicate, to bank, information, and none of us know how to read and write code.
When I was in school, I was in this after-school group called the Whiz Kids. And when people found out, they laughed at me and, all these things. And I'm like, man, I don't care. I think it's cool. And, I'm learning a lot. And some of my friends have jobs.
Our policy is literally to hire as many talented engineers as we can find. The whole limit in the system is just that there just aren't enough people who are trained and have these skills today.
To get the very best people, we try to make the office as awesome as possible.
We have a fantastic chef,
Free food,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
free laundry,
snacks, even places to play and video games and scooters. There's all these kind of interesting things around the office and places where people can play or relax or go to think or play music or be creative.
Whether you're trying to make a lot of money or whether you just want to change the world, computer programming is an incredibly empowering skill to learn.
I think if someone had told me that software is really about humanity, that it's really about helping people by using computer technology, it would have changed my outlook a lot earlier.
To be able to actually come up with an idea and then see it in your hands and then be able to press a button and have it be in millions of people's hands. I think we're the first generation in the world that's really ever had that kind of experience.
Just to think that, you can start something in your college dorm room and you can have a set of people who haven't built a big company before come together and build something that 1 billion people use as part of their daily lives is just crazy to think about, right? It's humbling and it's amazing.
The programmers of tomorrow are the wizards of the future. You're going to look like you have magic powers compared to everybody else.
I think it's amazing. I think it's the closest thing we have to a superpower.
Great coders are today's rock stars. That's it.
Hey GC, it's Shelby with the weather. Today's forecast will be mostly sunny with a high of 42 and a low of 29. Thursday will be sunny with a high of 44 and a low of 31. And Friday will be mostly sunny with a high of 49 and a low of 35. Have a great rest of the day.
All right, this Thursday is the high school winter band concert. You're going to hear a bunch of different ensembles. It starts at 7. We got our concert band where Mr. Buckley is actually going to be doing some narration. We're here from middle school. The jazz band's going to be playing 3 charts. The percussion ensemble's going to play something, and then the wind ensemble's going to play with, we've got Dr. Ulrich, director of bands from UT Martin, Mr. Fuquay, and my wife, Miss Burchett from Mayfield Middle School, playing a trumpet trio with the wind ensemble too.
FCCLA December meeting will be this Friday in the Foods Lab. Members, please make plans to attend. Refreshments will be served.
Applebee's will hold another Dining for Donations fundraiser on December 10th for the American Cancer Society Relay for Life of Mayfield and Grays County.
Patrons and Relay for Life team members, volunteers, cancer survivors, and anyone who has been touched personally or knows someone who has been touched by cancer can enjoy a meal and help support the local Relay for Life effort to help fight cancer and instill hope to those fighting cancer.
The Dining for Donations fundraiser will take place from 4 to 8 p.m. at Applebee's in Mayfield, and 10% of their purchase will be donated to Relay for Life.
During the FFA meeting on Friday, club pictures will be taken in the gym. Please dress accordingly.
Earn community service hours and get in the Christmas spirit, and help your fellow students all at the same time. Volunteer for Step the Bus and collect Christmas gifts for less fortunate children in Mayfield and Graves County areas.
Donation centers will be at both Walmart entrances on Sundays during the holidays. See Ms. Horn or Ms. Colley in the Youth Services Center for details.
Seniors, please check with your parents regarding Senior Salute information. The deadline is December 19th. If you did not receive a Senior Salute packet or need extra copies, please see Ms. Hunter in BO5.
Attention Strategic Game Club's participants. Next Friday, December 12th, is the SGC's Christmas Tournament. The deadline to sign up has been extended to Wednesday, December 19th. All entry fees are due by that Wednesday. It is $1 to enter the tournament.
There are separate tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Vanguard. Prizes will be given for first through third place in all tournaments. See Ms. Overby in BO7 for more details.
The semi-formal winter ball will be December 13th, this Saturday from 8 to 11:30 p.m.
That's all we have for today, guys. For GCTV, I'm Tamia Fair.
And I'm Ashton Saxon.
Thanks for watching the Tashton Show.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.